Hello everyone and welcome back to round number 3 of this what's the word I'm looking for? Arcane Vault tournament with the Mono Sapphire Uzzu deck. Playing against Bombus here. This hand's a little slow. I could see this being an easy mulligan, especially on the draw. Like, we get to go Magistrate into Copycat Magistrate. So, like, if this hand just, like, draws a 2-drop, it's really, really good. I almost wonder if we want, like, a 9th and 10th 2-drop that are really good in this deck. I'm not sure if one exists that we're looking for, though. Now, that literally makes this hand perfect. So, I'm going to lead on the coins here. If we draw too many more shards, we're going to be sad that we played the coins on one, but I think it's worthwhile to play it out there. We have a pretty strong curve regardless, so if we flood a little bit, we can probably be okay. It'll probably depend on exactly how aggressive my opponent's hand is here. Righteous Outlaw. So pretty aggressive is the answer. Empress into Copycat Empress is probably going to be pretty reasonable. We get Shardsworn here, which makes another 1/1, so they're going to need to flip this plus have a Cremate or something to deal with this. And even then, we get to play followed up with the Tribunal Magistrate, which just will brick wall this as a 2/1 after that. So this will have pushed like 4-6 points of damage. Probably going to see like Cremate here, Shard, Bumblebot, attack, trigger, kill this, and then hit me for 4-5 total this turn, down to 16. Oh wow, so no. Okay. I wonder if they're offering, if they're just going to trade this 1-for-1 for these basically. It's just like it pushed 4 damage and that's good enough. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So, like, he's going to get to shoot down my Shardsworn, but then my Depth Crawler's going to trade with this. Yeah, deal. Play Magistrate out here. This says whenever my opponent plays a non-resource card, they get 2 Spiderling Eggs into their deck. So we're going to be able to fill their deck up with some garbage, which is good because their deck tends to draw a lot of cards. Like, they resolved a Landing Site last turn, which lets them draw a bunch of extra cards. So as they play cards and get eggs in their deck, it'll be very, very good for us. Okay, there's a Heart of Embers, yep. So they have 1 Valor in their hand right now. The question here becomes, do I want to Tribunal Magistrate, or do I want to Empress of Ice? I feel like I just want to, like, double Tribunal Magistrate here, honestly. Yeah, I think I want to do that. I'm just going to play this, and then I'm going to activate this, and get a Sapphire. Like, just load their deck up with eggs. Now, something that's important to note is that Copycat does not get the deploy trigger of the thing it copies, because it's already in play when it copies it. So I couldn't, like, copy their Heart of Embers and get a Valor and then shoot something with it. So the Valor here is just going to go to my Dome. It's not really going to kill anything very efficiently. And when they play the Valor, they're going to get 6 eggs in their deck. So anything they play here puts 6 Spiderling Eggs in their deck. So they're going to need to kill us fairly quickly. Like, they're probably able to do that with all the things that they have, but we'll see. This is smart. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and block here. You always want to give your one with the Copycat up first. So this lets him Valor post-combat and shoot this down. But again, that's going to put 6 eggs in their deck, so I think I'm okay with that. It also takes the Valor out of their hands, so they're less likely to be able to kill this Empress of Ice next turn. They have a Transmogrifade here. They probably want to, like, Transmog one of these. Look at that. And there's a Spider already, which gets much smaller once the Tribunal Magistrates get answered. And then, oh, geez. Oh, well, that did not end up how we wanted it to at all. And now they're going to get to play the Valor on one of these things and shoot this to finish it off. That's unfortunate. Well, we've got a bunch of 1/1 spiders in their deck, so hopefully this Empress of the Ice can help us squeak this out. But, yeah, Lasgar's Vengeance is in fact a confirmed beating, turns out. They have 59 cards in their deck, probably about a quarter of which are Spiderling Eggs at this point. We'll play our Empress of the Ice out here. We did get the Transmogrifade and a Lascars out of them, so if they don't have another Transmog or another Lascars, we could be in an okay spot here. That being said, we are pretty soft to a second Lascars here. Just gonna wipe up both of these guys, but I don't really think we can afford to play around it. Yep, you draw more cards, opponent. Oh, come on. Show me the Spiderling Eggs. Show me the Spiderling Eggs. Ideally here, we want to be exhausting a lot of their things, so they aren't attacking and triggering Lascar's Vengeance. It's already through 2 Tribunal Magistrates here. I feel like... yeah, if he just wants to attack with this once, and watch him just like have a Lascar that's going to be able to... like trigger and play for 7 next turn. That would be kind of brutal, but I feel like we have to actually pressure our opponent here. We kind of need to fade them drawing another Heart of Embers here. That would be bad for us, and they could play it and then shoot down this with the 2 triggers. We getting double cremated here. Okay, well, we finally found one spider. Right, so we got like 1 draw step here to find another Empress of the Ice. So all of his troops are going to get to ready again next turn, which feels bad, man. What do we want to do? We want to yet to draw a Consult out of our deck. Would love to pick up a copy of that. I'm going to board into this matchup. Probably some Verdict of the Ancient Kings, perhaps a couple Deny. I don't want to go too heavy. Treacherous Pass also seems good though, because it's good at shutting down their Bumblebots and their smaller troops. My Kingdom for Consult into Empress into Gas. Like, Empress plus Copycat would be insane. Alright, I'll put 3 more Spider Eggs into my opponent's deck. We're playing Silk in this deck. Literally, it's just a Sapphire Shard that also happens to put eggs into their deck. I think I just have to leave this back here. I get to block here and then take 3. Yep. So we get to block their Heart of Embers here, and then take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go to 5. Perhaps I should have left some of these back to trade with, but I really think we just need to like draw Heart in order to be in this game, so might as well, or draw Heart, oh, he had a Valor from that. Yep, probably should have transmogged this last turn. Alright, yep. Lascars kill me? Miss making a Bumblebot there too. Alright, so what are we doing here? Man, I just feel like I want all of these things. That can't possibly be right. Transmogrifade, I want Treacherous Pass, I want Verdict of the Ancient Kings. I kept wanting to draw Consult the Talon, so I can't imagine cutting that is right. Can I cut Commander P.R.O.M.P.T? It feels wrong to cut the payoff card the payoff cards next. I feel like we need like as many must-answer things as possible. Commander P.R.O.M.P.T can also protect Empress of the Ice from Lasgar's Vengeance, which is nice. Maybe this is just a no Transmogrifade, all the Treacherous Pass matchup. Let's like trim some of these smaller troops in the Consult the Talons. I feel like I always want a 2-on-2 though. Alright, let's just not run out of time here. You can also see 4 pass being overkill. Hand doesn't do anything till 3 is definitely more keepable on the play than the draw. It's still a little bit loose. Hi, Jake. Is my dad? I think I'm going to lead a Tribunal Magistrate here. This starts giving us an effect right away if they start playing cards. They get spiders into their deck. All the spooky spooters. Really? Hi out there? Alright, transmog my Tribunal Magistrate into a card that gets bigger when we draw cards. Deal. So if they don't have another Transmogrifade, none of these are unexhausting next turn, which is nice. I guess they could theoretically have a Crimson Bolt, right? Sometimes they play that card in the reserves. Okay, sweet. So none of their stuff is unexhausting next turn. Play this out, tag that. I'm going to shift this over to here, so that way, if she doesn't get transmogged next turn, she'll be out of Lasgar's Vengeance range. And use this to make our 5th Sapphire threshold, so their stuff stops readying. I'm going to attack here with this 2-2. Something worth noting is that if we Copycat this, it'll turn back into the Tribunal Magistrate, which is nice. Yeah, you think that's funny? Funny haha. Funny haha. Ooh, and our opponent does have 2 Valors in their hand right now, because they have a Valor from this and a Valor from this now. Let's go ahead and exhaust this. He's going to be able to shoot down my 3-5 next turn if they want. I think I want to be aggressive here. Using the Treacherous Pass seems a little awkward. Yeah, maybe that's a reason not to board all of these in, honestly. Because, like, if this Treacherous Pass was a Transmogrifade right here, I'd be in a really good spot, right? I'd just, like, have this locked down and they'd had 2 Valors in their hand that just don't matter. Instead, if they have, like, Valor plus a Lasgar's that was in their opener, they could really pressure us out of this game. They'll, like, go Valor, Valor, and double shoot this down, and they could Lasgar us the next turn. This card's powerful, but it's a really pretty sizable investment, so if my opponent's not making mobs of Dreadlings, probably not worth it. Oh, my opponent messed up there. They valored my Empress of Ice. They must have... It's going to end up working out for them. They're just, like, down... They're just, like, down 1 valor. I was like, how did my Empress get bigger? I was really confused there for a second. Alright, so now we need to have hoped they didn't have a Lasgar in their opener, or we draw Verdict this turn. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, I feel like this should have just been a Transmogrifade. I believe they only attacked with 3 things this game, but it might have been 4. I really need to keep better count of that. I think they only attacked with all of these on turn 3, because my turn 4 I locked them down. So that means it should cost 5, which means I can Verdict it, and they won't have resources up to riposte me or anything like that. Geez, remember that time this should have been a Transmogrifade? Pepperidge Farm remembers. So, yeah, so they're going to get to... I can't do anything about these Heart of Ember triggers with this. My opponent would just be, like, infinitely out of this game if I would have just, like, had the right card in my deck, just, like, boarded properly. I should have prioritized answering their good threats like Heart of Embers as opposed to trying to deal with all their crappy creatures when I have a lot of crappy creatures that can be blocking, too. Yep, good games, opponent. Just did here. I guess we're technically not. Fine. Is it worth continuing to play? What I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 next turn. I guess I can theoretically like draw exactly another Empress of the Ice next turn, right? So I guess I'll just pass here. I could like Copycat this, but that doesn't seem particularly good. I could have a 2/2 to block there, and I have an 0/5 to block there, and then I take a 6, 8, 9 down to 11. Maybe that gives me one more draw step. Yeah, I guess that's probably fine. And, like, put some random spiders in their deck too, so I'll have a 2/2 and an 0/5 here. So, like, I'd be up what? I'd be up 2 Empress of the Ices, and they'd just be like super dead because of it. Having reserves plans is a good idea. Really, you think so? You excited? You excited, preschooler? All right, blocks like that. Take our 9 like a man. Hope their last card isn't another Lasgar's or a piece of counter magic. God bless America, Jacob. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Where's my Empress of Ice? Bum 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 bum. Okay, got 2 Empress in the deck, Jacob, and another Treacherous Pass that's useless. You know, make mistakes, and this is one of the things like. A lot of people will look at a game like this and you'll be like, I just got a little bit unlucky. Like my opponent had double Lasgar's Vengeance. They drew 2 Heart of Embers. And one of the really important things that you have to recognize as a TCG player is that the decisions you make in a TCG start before you're even playing the games that you're playing. Like the deck list that you're registering in an event and the choices you're making while you're in your reserves are decisions that you are making that affect the game that you play. So if you feel like there was absolutely nothing you could do in a bunch of matches, it's like, well, maybe the issue wasn't with your actual gameplay. The issue was with your deck selection, or it was with during a problem with how you were reserving while you were playing. And like all of that, being critical of all these different decisions you make is what makes TCGs interesting, even for someone like me that, you know, logged infinite amount of hours playing TCGs, is that they're still interesting to me because there's all these little different things I can do and learn and improve. So thank you, everyone, and we'll be back with the last round here. Hopefully we can finish up 2-1 with a bye for a 3-1. So thanks for hanging out.